r/AskReddit, what was the most shocking thing you ever experienced when first hooking up with a new partner? Wife was so good with her Kegel muscles that she could basically milk me. Way better experience. Was doing doggy style with a woman in my 20s and her pug came up on the bed, sniffed my ass and sneezed on my balls. This legitimately made me laugh out loud. Dogs are great, eh? My German Shepherd thinks I'm being mean to my wife and tries to get in between us. When I was still quite young I hooked up with a girl and she went straight for deep throat, which, at the time, I didn't even knew was a thing that's possible. That sounds like a fantastic surprise. Haha, you made it sound like it was instant. Like you went, hey my name is Zero Cool, and then she went GLGG. Receiving an honest to God proper blowjob. Before meeting my wife all the blowjobs I ever received were tip of the head in the mouth and frantic hand motions. My first non-toothy BJ felt like a warm wet hug from heaven. Ankle bracelet lol. Looking back, that's why he couldn't drive to me. Insulin pump tethered to butt cheek. Not a problem, but certainly a surprise. My first thought was, oh, he had a little gold chain around his ankle. That's cute. Then it clicked. He should have advertised this. I know a guy that was pulling mad women over to his house on Tinder with the "I'll tell you when you get here" line. The most violent female orgasm I have ever seen, like total incoherent, eyes rolling back, whole body shaking and tensed up for 10 seconds. Couldn't believe it the first time, but I guess it was the norm for her. Lucky girl I guess, lol. It's a gift and a curse. I've had mine described as scary multiple times. One man straight up stopped talking to me after. I like to think it just weeds out the weaklings. A gun fell out of his pants. He thought my photos from Tinder were too good to be true and that he was going to get robbed. WTF. Anyways, we're married now, lol. Is that a gun in your pocket or are you just happy to SEO? Oh my god. I've been there. Every Tinder date I ever went on I convinced myself I was getting catfished and was about to get robbed. Anyways, love the ending to your story. That she replied to my text the next day and didn't ghost me, lol. What a freak. This is gonna sound corny as fuck. I wasn't prepared for how pretty she is naked. Obviously, she is gorgeous with clothes on, but nothing could have prepared me for that. Pretty sure my heart jumped out of my chest for a bit there. As a type 1 diabetic who doesn't have a lot of body fat, so my insulin pump is on my butt. This is not a story I expected to hear and made me laugh hard. Edit. Gotten a few questions regarding infusion sets for insulin pumps, so here is a 5-minute video showing how they are used from the manufacturer who I get mine from. Link. I'm sad for her that she'll never see this. For my very first partner, wanting to me to spank / slap / choke her. I am a soft dude, this was a really weird adjustment / epiphany. I understand, LMAO. By now I've gotten into the groove, but at first I was like, you want me to what? The thrill I had from unprotected sex. During my early 20s a friend of mine busted in his girlfriend who was on birth control for the first time, and when we asked him how it felt he said, that feeling is why we exist. Ex-boyfriend, almost 20 years ago. He said he had a below average dick. I didn't care. He did not mention that it was a literal micropeen, not even big enough for penetration. Like a button. I had no idea they could be that small. No offense to anyone in that situation, it was just a bit of a shock. And GT, he said he had a below average dick. I suppose it technically wasn't a lie. My now wife under the covers giving the worst HJ, it felt like she was doing a quality control inspection. Are you okay, Walt? First time I hooked up with my now wife, I was blown away by how vocal and enthusiastic she was during sex. I hooked up with a guy who had Klinefelter's SP syndrome. He told me this after we had hooked up by saying, you probably noticed that I don't have any balls. The shocking thing is that I hadn't noticed. Compared to my ex, who was basically a quiet starfish. I was in heaven. Still am, winky face. I had a girlfriend for a short period of time who was so loud that even I wanted to call the police and report a crime in progress. I didn't, of course, and quickly learned to enjoy it. She moaned get me pregnant during and tried taking off the condom. The very definition of nope. Hearing her suddenly passionately cry out come inside me, is both magnificently arousing and Stephen King frightening at the same time. Girl took a hit of meth beforehand. I have heard that the best sex of your life is on meth. Apparently you get meth dick and can go for hours as well. Honestly, the meth marketing team sucks. The girl, who is now my wife, always dresses super conservative, like a grandmother. First time we hooked up and I saw her body I was gobsmacked, best body I had ever, and have ever still seen in real life. She still dresses like a grandma. Hey, at least she doesn't need to buy new clothes as you guys grow old together. When she admitted the hookup was just to get back at her husband, who I did not know existed, and whom she then told. It was a very busy post-coital convo. I had a partner missing part of their hand and I didn't notice for 2 weeks. It's okay XD. I had a fling with this very reserved / introverted but very hot Jewish girl a couple years ago. I expected plain Jane vanilla sex, but when we got down to it, she went straight for giving me a rim job. Thank God, or whoever, that I showered beforehand. I'd never experienced that before and so I didn't exactly know how to react, but she gave me the best orgasm I'd ever / have ever had in my life. Username checks out. The largest penis I have ever seen. I don't even remember how the night went, because I was distracted by the largest penis I've ever seen. Was it Jerry? She cried during it? Not what I was expecting. Said she wasn't a virgin. Dumped me for a woman a few months following. Without having any more context of the situation whatsoever, it sounds like she was hoping she wasn't gay, and realized during your time together that she was. Here's hoping that grief has since passed. I once hooked up with this girl, and while we were getting at it she moaned, "Spit in my mouth," so I obliged like the gentleman I am, and right after I did she spat me right back in the face like some horny alpaca. I just thought fair enough, touch. I met up with a girl I had always wanted to fuck. Halfway through the deed I noticed she kept falling in and out of sleep. Embarrassed, I stopped and just let her go to sleep. I then go to the bathroom and see a needle, spoon, lighter, etc. This bitch was nodding off on heroin mid-fuck and had me questioning myself. Might sound selfish but I agree. I learned to enjoy life and what makes me happy. I'll die one day so it doesn't matter. Obviously not good for generations to come so I'm not actively adding to any negative stuff, but I'm not losing sleep over it. 29am here and I have less desire for sex and much more desire to get my goals achieved. Wait. What? That happened to me at 29. Then you accomplish some goals and realize you wanna bang still. We work in season or cycles. I am 60 and it's kinda the other way around for me. My goals will get done or they won't. Doesn't really matter. So now I just want to have as much sex as possible. Going out. Sounds like quite the cliche but I'm happiest just relaxing at home and not wanting to deal with traffic, busy shops, and impatient people. Superficial relationships. Junk food, I'd much rather eat healthier and feel way better mentally and physically. Super fake processed foods. Sex without love. Video games. Drama and unnecessary stress. Social media. Went on a blind date YRS ago. Got along great, couple dates later we did the deed, and to my surprise she was shaved smooth, very smooth. She was very hesitant to tell me she had alopecia. She removed her wig, which I kinda suspected she was wearing one, and there before me was a gorgeous woman with not one single hair. Shocking, yes, but also very turned on. News, politics, intellectual stuff. I once was one of those people who knew every detail about current events, but it just got me high blood pressure and depression. I have no interest in information anymore. Did you slap a plunger on top of her head so you could still act like you were pulling her hair a bit? Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.